Okay, short little video on some file management stuff just for Windows. This information is really targeted towards you understanding what's there, you know, how Windows is organized and so on, at least my description of things. So let's take a look at some default folders that you end up with in Windows. Obviously the Windows folder, that's where Windows and all the operating systems contained. And if you want to, you can run the tree command, drop down on the command line, go to this folder and type tree, and it'll show you everything that's underneath there. And you'll go, wow, that's a lot of stuff. The next big ones are program files, which means these days you're running 64-bit. So program files are all the 64-bit programs. And then you'll also sometimes have program files x86, which is the 32-bit programs you have installed. So it can be confusing because you may be troubleshooting later on down the road and you're like they can't get this program to work, and you don't know whether or not it's a 64-bit program that got installed here or a 32-bit program that got installed here. And then of course the user folder. Unix has had a user folder for a very long time, extremely long time. And finally, Microsoft got smart enough to copy it and basically say, let's put everything in this user folder. And that makes it super easy for backup. That's the most important thing. Like a lot of students will say, I'm going to do a full backup. And I'll say, why? Why are you doing full backup? If you have the keys to the software that you own, then really just do a backup of your user folder that has all your downloads, everything on the desktop, all your documents, music, pictures, and video, unless you didn't put it in the user folder, which shame on you if you didn't, right? It has everything. This folder is referred to as the profile folder in Microsoft terms. And so it's important to know that. It's important to know when you install a Windows system, you're going to end up with some folders, obviously more than these, but these are the important ones that every system on Windows should have because of what they're doing. We've got Windows operating system files. We've got all the applications in these two, and then we have all the user data in this user folder. So in users is your folder. So it'll be users \James or whatever you decided to log in at. That's an important thing that I don't think they mention. A lot of times people set up their new computer and they don't really put in a username correctly. And then you'll have users, Dell user or something in there. And that's actually the person's data, just to be aware of that. Then they show you how to create a new folder and a new file, and you get to do all that stuff. You get to go through file management and things like that. We're going to jump down to NTFS permissions. This is just going to be a little intro to that in the next video.